I'm Sydney, and I'm going to talk to you today about my journey through literacy and what that looked like through growing up until now. So first I wanted to include some interviews of my grandma and my mom just because they were so huge and imperative to my love of reading and writing. They both were ESL teachers, and they both just taught me so much about what it means to fall in love with books, what it means to be literate, why it's important. This is a picture of my grandma's family. Her dad is in this picture, and he was a writer, and she therefore loved to write, and I believe that this is where the love of literacy started in our family. Since my grandma's dad loved to write, she also did, and she mainly did that through blog posts. She has a blog called All in the Day of Me. Since my grandma was so into blogs, she got me into them when I was young, probably like 12. So basically I would just, every time I was at her house or at home and I wanted to update people on my life, I would just write on the blog, and I had such a good time with that. Now that you know how much my grandma means to me and how much she had to do with my literacy journey, you can imagine that when she would read aloud to me, it was very just nostalgic. It was very special. And when me and my sister would visit, we would sit in the loft of her log cabin, and it would be right before we went to bed. And she would sit down and she would start reading the Bremen Town Musicians, and I remember the story being so funny and captivating with just these animals and the journey that they had.
She was a literate little child. She knew her letters and her sounds before kindergarten. She would join library activities like reading so many books and getting prizes. Also, she loved to write stories. In addition, she participated in Accelerated Reader, which you read a book and you answer questions. And I believe she was the second highest reader. Sydney always wanted to buy books. When we went to the store, many times I would take her to Barnes & Nobles, and we would gather books there. Also, for her birthday, she would get books. She just loved all kinds of books. As she got older, she would read series and chapter types of books. She also loved to read her Bible and sing different forms. In high school, Sydney would read a lot of the classics, and she had to pick some books to do different projects. I do remember as she got into like flute lessons, equestrian, student senate, many activities, I noticed that the reading did get less and less, but that's kind of normal as one gets very busy. But I feel like she still loves books, and if she had her way, she could spend time reading them like on the beach or just relaxing with a book.